Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share to you the mind mapping of corporate finance course with Professor Roy Sembel at IPMI International Business School for my executive MBA program. Since COVID-19 is still around, we did all the 7 weeks course by online learning. However, we still could gain so much valuable knowledge and insights from Professor Roy Sembel, especially about corporate finance and financial management. As we've been shared, the objective of this course is to give us problem-solving skills in finance from the point of view management and investors. We were expected to be able to first explain important financial management decisions and interlink among them. Second, apply financial management decision-making tools in analyzing financial decision problems. And third, explore and evaluate opportunities to create financial value to firms and investors. And fourth, utilize logic of corporate finance to improve participants' decisions in other business-related situations. And fifth, demonstrate ability to discuss in a structured way hot issues that emerge in the business of finance media. And this is the mind mapping I have created. As we can see, the central of our study is about financial management. As we know, the goal of the firm is to maximize the shareholders' wealth, how to create value to all the stakeholders of the company. In 7 weeks, we have learned so many interesting topics in financial management. I will share to you all a short brief about what we have covered in this course. In financial management, there are 2 points of view. First is management point of view, and the second is investor point of view. As I mentioned before, the goal of the firm is maximizing shareholders' wealth. In management point of view, we learn 3 topics. The first is the context and basic financial management. The important financial concept. We learn about time value of money, the present value, and the future value. We also learn about the principal agent problem and how this problem occurred. Actually, there are 3 things that cause principal agent problem. First, there is a conflict of interest. And the second, there is an asymmetric information. It happens when one party has more or better information than the other party. And last is because of the moral hazard. We also learn about the 4 cornerstones and the core of value principle. And the second topic is about asset management. We divide it into 2. There is an investment, including capital budgeting. And in capital budgeting, we learn about payback period, net present value, interest rate of return, and profitability index. And in financing, we learn about the capital structure, money market theory, taxation, and financial distress. In financial distress, we discuss about corporate restructuring. And one of corporate restructuring is leverage buyout. We discuss interesting case, which is RGR Nabisco case. A professor explained and discuss about Albio, the leverage buyout, the RGR Nabisco case, and it gave us a very useful and valuable knowledge. And the third is about dividend policy, factors affecting dividend policy, and whether dividend should be distributed to the shareholder or not, or whether it should be retained for the capital investment. And from investor point of view, we know that there is 2 strategy. First, there is an active investment, and the second is the passive investment. In the passive investment, you just trust your fund or your capital to the institution like a mutual fund. And then in the active investment, there are some analysis that we need to learn and do. The first is the securities analysis. There are three types of analysis. First is technical analysis. We learn about the trend, stochastics, Bollinger Band, moving average, and convergence divergence, support and resistance, and many more that we can use in technical analysis. And the second is the fundamental analysis. We should know about financial analysis, ratio analysis, and determine how to know the intrinsic value. We also shared about the Warren Buffett way. We know that Warren Buffett is a value investing strategy. And the third is we also need to know about market and investor sentiment. We also learn about risk and return, the correlation, diversification, capital asset pricing model, and systematic and unsystematic risk. And in the international financing, we learn about foreign exchange rate, what factors can influence the foreign exchange rate. And also we learn about the arbitrage, forward option, put option, and call option. We also cover about the personal financial plan. And in the investment simulation, we make an interesting presentation. Every week we need to update our stock pick and compare it to the market with IHSG. And proudly, our group perform better than the other group. And next, we also cover a very important topic, which is ethics. There are 4 things that we need to understand in ethics. Whether some activity or are ethical or unethical, legal or illegal. We were asked to watch 2 movies. First is the trading places, and the second is the other people's money. The movies is about investment fraud. There is some unethical and illegal activities. So we learn a lot from those 2 movies. And related to that, every company should have a fraud risk management. The company need to identify the reason for fraud, and they need to have an early warning signal. And they need to know how to prevent fraud. And in our 2 last course, we learn about efficient market hypothesis, the anomaly against efficient market hypothesis, the confirmation against efficient market hypothesis, and strategy in efficient market hypothesis. We also learn about EMH experiment and 3 forms of efficiency. And in the special case, we were very lucky. We get the guest speaker from Proud Media Group. It is a startup company, and the guest speaker is Mr. Sembel. We learn a lot from him, especially about the valuation of startup company and how to do the pitching to the investor and how to get the seed money. And in the event analysis, we made the presentation. It's about 2 interesting cases. First is Jasa Marga bond issuance, which is new for me, and I learned about the bond issuance. And the second is the Bank Danamon acquisition by MUFG. We discussed a lot of interesting topic about that two cases. And that is all I can share about our course, the financial management and the corporate finance with Professor Roy Sembel. Thank you for watching.